Hello again and welcome to my Substack. I have a question from a series of questions from Omran. I will keep it simple because sometimes less is more. Although all these questions could have very elaborate answers, but sometimes it may not add to clarity. First question is, how do I prepare myself for Saturn return and Saturn-related interactions? A part of the answer is you don't. The Saturn return is a structural change, and you prepare as you are changing, because your references will change. However, generally speaking, you prepare for interactions with Saturn by attaining magical equilibrium, balance, so being balanced, and also making your peace with your conscience. That's very important when it comes to Saturn. Work on this, and this is personal, very personal. Second question: How do I awaken and prepare for the connection to my spiritual teachers? The Rosicrucians have a saying: the master appears when the disciple is ready. As you evolve, you will attract different teachers according to your evolution. This is organic. So, in a way, this question could be answered with, if you want a teacher, and especially when it comes to the subtle planes, the so-called spiritual teachers or gurus of the subtle plane, and even in the physical plane, the same. When it comes to them, you must have. You cannot learn what you don't have already some knowledge of. You cannot learn something that you do not harbor the essence of. So if you want to learn something about the magic of sympathy, you have to, for instance, it's just an example, you have to have some understanding, basic understanding, some notion, some cognition, some feeling of what this is. And from there, the teacher, the guide, the spiritual guide, extracts whole systems. It gets the essence and it transposes it to all sorts of knowledge and experience and teaches you. So how do you prepare for a spiritual guide of a certain, specialized in a certain aspect? It's by training yourself in this aspect. The role of the guide is to push you further than yourself, but you have to cultivate yourself first. And generally speaking, it's the same thing. If you mean a general guide, it's the same thing. You evolve enough for to be able to listen, to truly listen, and then you will start listening. You will start listening. It's you who starts listening, not the guide that starts speaking. The voice of the guide is there always has been. More. Okay, last question. What's your advice for the next year? Now this present year, 2026, considering the uncertainty and unstable situation around the world. It's funny, I'm answering all these questions in a row, so I'm answering them on the 4th of January. All these videos that I have been posting. And Omran asked these questions, 12 days before the 4th of January. So the USA hadn't yet attacked Venezuela, kidnapping the president and so on. In any case, everything was very unstable already. What's your advice for the next year, 2026, considering the uncertainty and unstable situation around the world? Build a conscience, first and foremost, and the throughout consciousness of things around you. Be aware. Your awareness will be your safe ground. And as less is more, that's about it. Please do not. The more you are aware, the less you will fall into entrapment. I remember a journey I did, replicating the epopee of the twins in Popol Vuh. That's when they go to Xibalba, the Dead Star, and so on. In any case, before you get there, you cross 3 rivers: river of murk, river of blood, a river of scorpions. These are the imbalances of the 3 bodies, of the physical body, the soul, the emotional body, the mental body, of psyche. So across this, and then you get to a place of crossroads, and each path has voices, and each of these voices is trying to invite and trick the traveler, the pilgrim. You solve this, at least I solved this part of the quest by engaging with the center of the crossroad, and that was the path. Thank you for your questions.